feels so good to have my camera back to normal and working properly again. If you missed my last like 2 vlogs, I accidentally dropped my camera, the camera that I have been using for all of my content, vlogging, sit down videos, photos, everything. And the viewfinder got bent and askew and it wasn't like showing the image properly. Everything was inverted and it was making it really difficult to vlog. When I'm trying to hold something up to the camera, I can't tell if it's in frame or not, but I was able to bend it back. So it ended up being an easy fix, but I'm glad that I was able to fix it. Such a relief that I don't have to buy a new camera and I can go back to just vlogging normally. But anyway, hi, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. It's Tuesday, the start to my work week in the salon, and we are officially in holiday mode now. This time of year always gets really hectic and stressful, especially working in the hair world. It's like everybody wants to get in right before the holidays. So not only do we end up being fully booked, but we usually end up working more than our usual hours to get everybody in, because I think as natural people pleasers, which, you know, most beauty professionals are, we have a hard time saying no to people. And it's also hard to say no to the money, because this is one of those industries, I talk about it all the time, where if you are not working, you're not making money. And especially when you are independent and you're either booth renting or renting out a salon suite, you gotta pay that rent whether you're busy with clients or not. And we all end up with slow seasons throughout the year. So when it's a busy season, you feel the need to take advantage of it and make as much money as you can, so that way it all balances out. So I always end up being really busy in the salon, and then it's also a really busy season doing content creation, because this is when all the brands are running their sales and there's so many opportunities for sponsorships. And again, in an industry where you don't have a regular set salary, you gotta take advantage of the money when you can. So I always have a lot on my plate this time of year. It's actually the week before Thanksgiving that I'm recording this right now. So I'm going up to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving, which I never do. Since I moved down to North Carolina 3 years ago, I've spent every Thanksgiving here by myself. I haven't had like an actual proper Thanksgiving dinner since 2021, right before I left. So I have a lot to do this week before I leave this weekend. And then when I get back from Thanksgiving, I'm gonna have like 2.5 weeks before I leave again to go back up there for Christmas. But this week so far is already working out pretty well, because originally I was supposed to be fully booked and I had a lot of people that were kind of back to back and appointments that were slightly overlapping, so it was gonna be kind of stressful. But last night 2 people reached out to change their appointments. So the client that I was supposed to have this morning had to cancel, which at first I was like, that's a bummer, because she was booked for a pretty big appointment. That's a huge spot now that I could have fit someone else in, but I have so much content that I need to get this week and stuff I need to edit. And I was just looking at my schedule for the week and I was like, when am I gonna be able to do all of this? And now it worked out. It's gonna be a busy week, but not anything too crazy. And I'll have the extra time to get my content done. So that is a relief. Huge stress off my shoulders. Before I head out the door, I'm gonna take a Magic Mind shot. Cheers. This is the mental performance shot for Magic Mind. I've talked about these plenty of times in the past. You guys know I've been taking these on a daily basis, at least for like the last month or 2 now. And especially this time of year when things are just super busy, it feels like there's so much to do in limited time. I'm normally completely strung out on caffeine and need caffeine to get me through. But then what happens is it takes a toll on my nervous system and I have a really hard time sleeping. And the one thing that I need the most, especially around this time of year, is good sleep. Like, I need to make sure that my body is resting so I'm not getting sick and feeling burnt out. I still have my 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I just enjoy it. It's part of my morning routine, but then that's it. I cut off my caffeine intake after the morning time, and it's made such a big difference. And by taking a Magic Mind shot in the morning with or right after my morning coffee, it just helps give my body the natural energy to keep me going throughout the day. And as a result, I don't end up with the caffeine crash that inevitably happens, and it's not messing with my sleep at night. These shots help give you a sharper mind, they lower stress, and you can rest assured knowing that these Magic Mind shots are completely safe. Every ingredient is third-party tested, and there's over 200 scientific studies to back up each ingredient in these shots. It's important to know that this isn't a quick fix. You're not going to just take your very first shot of this and all of a sudden feel like a completely different person. A lot of the ingredients in this shot take 3 to 4 days of consuming them daily to really start making a difference. So it's recommended that you take a Magic Mind shot every day for a week and then compare how you feel versus 1 week without the Magic Mind shots. And I'm telling you from personal experience, I can definitely tell a difference when I'm taking these consistently versus when I'm not. And because Magic Mind is sponsoring this portion of the vlog, which by the way, thank you to them, they're offering all of my viewers a really amazing deal. So if you click the link in my description and use my code SAMV20, you'll get 48% off your first subscription of Magic Mind for the next 10 days, or you can get 20% off a one-time purchase. It's a really, really good deal, so I would take advantage of that if you've been interested in trying these, or if you just are, you know, feeling the same way like I do, where you're just looking for something to help you cut out all of those extra cups of coffee throughout the day and help give you energy, but in a way that your body is still remaining calm and your mind is clear and you can be focused and just get through the work that you need to do throughout the day. So I am ready to head to the salon now. I need to film my salon tour video, and then I need to film a few clips for a sponsored Instagram reel. And then I need to stop at the beauty supply store to pick up a few boxes of color because I have a new client coming tonight that wants to go darker, and I'm not sure if I am gonna have enough. So I'd rather just like buy extra and make sure I have myself covered. And then I have another client coming, I think tomorrow, that isn't 100% sure what she wants to do. She has a few options that she's considering, so I wanna make sure I have everything in stock for that, just so depending on like which direction she chooses to go, again, I will be covered. It's a little tricky when you have a salon suite versus being in like a big salon, because you know, when you're in a big salon and your commission, you don't have to supply your own product, you know everything is going to be in stock and you don't even have to worry about it. But now I have to be like, okay, what do I have? Am I going to be good? And when I have a new client and they're not 100% sure what they want to do, it gets a little tricky because I need to make sure that I have a variety of options depending on what they choose. So that's what we got on the agenda for today. Let's go head to Salon Centric. Got to the salon. I'll show you the stuff that I got from Salon Centric. I got a big box of the large Reynolds foils, the 7-Elevens. These are like the full size sheets, and I love using these, especially for the back of the head, to just do like wide panels at a time. It helps me work so much faster when I'm foiling. Then I got a new bottle of the Kenra Volume Mousse. I love using this whenever I'm doing like a really voluminous, bouncy blowout. It gives a lot of good volume at the root area and nice hold so that the style lasts and it doesn't just fall flat. And then I got a few boxes of L'Oreal Anoa. This is the permanent hair color that I use. So I got 2 boxes of 6N, then I got 1 box of 8G, 2 boxes of 6CRV, and then 1 box of 6CR. This is potentially for my client tomorrow. If not, I have a few redhead clients that I can use this on. And that was all I got, and all of that stuff was $104.16. So it just goes to show you how expensive hair products are. So when people talk about how going to the salon is expensive and how hair services are just getting really pricey, yeah, we know, because it's getting really expensive for us to even do your hair in the first place. I'm gonna put everything away, get it all nice and tidy in here, and then I'm gonna film the content that I need to get and then set up for my client. Okay, I just finished my client. She was so great, and it was a pretty easy appointment because when she requested an appointment, she said she wanted to go darker, and the inspiration pictures she submitted were like really dark, like dark brown base with just a few lighter pieces. But then when we did our consultation, it didn't sound like she was super committed to staying dark for long, and was a little unsure how she would like having really dark hair and how it would look on her. So I suggested easing into it and not doing like a full dark base, just adding a bunch of low lights instead that match her natural color, and then just toning her blonde down a little bit and doing demi-permanent. So that way in about 8 weeks it will fade. That way she can live with it for the next 2 months, see how she feels, whether she wants to go darker or just keep maintaining and refreshing what we did, or if she decides that she wants to just go back blonde completely. So I didn't even end up using that color that I got today, because what I got today was permanent color, but it's all good because I will use it at some point. And I got done an hour sooner than I thought I was going to, so that's amazing. It's 7 o'clock now, or about to be 7. Yeah, it's 6:55. So I am gonna head home, heat up some dinner, and watch Grey's Anatomy, because that is just my obsession at the moment.
Me that I'm not her father. Well, I'm not. I fell in love with her. Well, that's not my fault. But I was young. Lots of people have affairs.
I'm getting ready for bed, and I wanted to share, I started putting castor oil in my belly button. I only did it last night for the first time, but it has been going viral online lately. And I know castor oil is like great for other things. A lot of people use it for hair growth and to make their lashes and brows and everything longer. So I'm gonna put it on my lashes too, because I mean, why not? But yeah, I saw online that I guess it's an Ayurvedic thing that people have been doing for a long time. You put castor oil in your belly button before you go to sleep, and it's supposed to help with gut health, among many other things, and people were saying that they got the best sleep of their life. Within like 30 minutes of putting it in my belly button last night. I passed out, and when I tell you I had the best sleep, even my ring, my fitness tracking ring, said that I got the best sleep that I've had in a really long time. I don't know, lately I've been getting up throughout the night and I toss and turn, and I always wake up at least once in the middle of the night. Last night, slept like a rock. My boyfriend apparently tried calling me at one point. My phone was right next to my bed, didn't even hear it ring. And I woke up this morning and I felt so good. Like, all of the body aches that I've had felt so relieved, and I just felt so well rested. So I love that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that again tonight. I know people online were saying though you have to be careful because it was giving some people diarrhea when they did that. So far it hasn't done that for me. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's just organic castor oil. I got it on Amazon. I will link this exact bottle down below. I like that it has like the spout, so it makes it easy to pour it in there. It didn't leave any like oil stains on my clothes or anything either, which was good. I'm gonna just keep doing this every night, and I'll keep you guys updated in future vlogs too and let you know how it's working for me and if I notice any other benefits aside from the sleeping. Good morning. It's the next day. I have 2 clients today, but they're both full colors and cuts, so big appointments, and they both have a lot of hair, so I'm really glad that I only have 2 because it's gonna be a lot of work. Gonna get the hot towels ready for today. I've talked about this before, but for all of my services, I do a complimentary hot steamy towel with a head massage at the shampoo bowl. I'll usually do it when I put the conditioner on their hair, and yeah, I just put the hot towel on there and just kind of like massage over it with my fingers for a minute or 2 till it's not hot anymore, and then I'll do like a full head massage. Nothing crazy, you know, just like a minute or so, but it's just like a nice little add-on. Nothing crazy, like I'm not a masseuse, this isn't a spa, but it's just like a little nice added touch just to make the experience feel like a little bit nicer and more upscale, because you have to remember nowadays especially, you need the experience to feel valuable and worth the price that they're paying. Because yes, they're coming to you to get a service done, you know, and so they need whatever they're getting done to look good when they leave. That's like the main thing that they're paying for, but also the whole experience while they're here needs to also be enjoyable too. Because I know a lot of people have told me that they stopped going to their hairstylist because even though their hair always came out good, but the experience just wasn't it. You know, some people don't care about that type of stuff, but a lot of people do. And even just like the small little things that only take an extra minute of your time can make such a huge difference. Just a little something extra that I like to do. And this is the towel warmer that I have. It's from Amazon. It's really small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. It wasn't too expensive. I just wet the towels at the beginning of my day, put them in there to heat up. My first client should be getting here in the next few minutes, so I will try to vlog as much of my day as I can. So here's my first client's hair. I told you, a lot of hair. So we did a balayage a few months back, but she decided that she wanted to go a lot darker but still keep some dimension. So I started out by doing what was going to be like her highlight pieces. I used Redken Shades EQ because I don't need to do anything permanent. I just kind of wanted to separate what was going to be like her lighter dimension from the darker base. And as you can see from my sectioning, I really just focused the highlights mostly in like the front and then the top crown area. So I applied that in a foil just so, again, I could keep them separate from the rest of her hair. And you can see I just did weaves. I did like thicker, chunkier pieces, so that way I didn't want the highlights to get lost in the rest of the hair, especially because she has so much hair. So I really made sure to take nice thick sections for those quote unquote highlight pieces. And then after I finished applying all of those, I took a dark permanent color that matched her natural color, and I just combed that through the ends of her hair to make her base all over darker. I did like a level 5 natural. Then after everything was done processing, I washed that all out. We did a hot towel, and then this was her finished hair. You can see the beautiful ribbons of dimension. We decided to go a little bit warmer with the tone as well, and I just love how beautiful and rich this looks. I think this is my karma for getting cocky, because the last bunch of clients that I've done recently, I finished like an hour early. And I was just feeling like, oh, I'm on a roll. I'm so quick. I'm really lucking out. Everybody is requesting easy stuff that doesn't take as long to do. But oh my God, she has so much hair. And I knew that going into it, but I don't know. I didn't even really realize like how much hair. And it would have been totally fine if we were just going blonde, but she had sent in a few different options, wasn't really sure what she wanted to do. We settled on just bringing her color up higher and then going for like a coppery dark red gloss, so that way it would be demi-permanent and it would fade, and then that way she'd go back to blonde because that's what she wants to do. She wants to go blonde again for the summer. So I was like, let's not do anything permanent, because red and copper is so hard to get out of your hair when you're doing permanent. But if you just do a gloss, it'll fade eventually, and then it'll just make going blonde easier. So easy enough, right? The problem is the ends of her hair, the old highlights she had, were so over processed. Like, she was just lifted to white. There was like no pigment left in those pieces. So I knew it was going to not want to hold the copper color and not like come out true to color and all of that. So I filled her hair and then put the gloss on top, and it just like would not take on the ends. So like the top half of her hair took and came out good, but the bottom half was pretty uneven. Like, there were some pieces that were kind of coppery but barely, and then other pieces that were basically just like a warm blonde. So the best thing to do in a case like that is to apply, because I was just doing a gloss, which isn't like the most pigmented. It doesn't have as much coverage. So having her come back after I get back from Thanksgiving, and I'm going to apply a cream demi-permanent color. Has more coverage, it'll have a little bit better hold, and I'm gonna apply it to her hair dry, because the gloss, I was just putting it on her hair, the shampoo bowl, on her hair wet, like towel dried, and it just wasn't taking. So hopefully when I do the color on her hair dry, and I do something that is a little more powerful, it will take. But I am exhausted. It's 7 o'clock now, so that ended up taking me 2 hours longer than what was originally blocked out. Luckily, she was my last client of the day, so it's not a huge deal, but I'm tired. So I am leaving a mess in here, and I'm gonna deal with it tomorrow. I will just come a little bit earlier so that I have time to clean before my first client. But yeah, I am exhausted and I'm just ready to go home. My life just feels like chaos right now. You don't even need to see what my bathroom countertop looks like right now. I just have products and stuff everywhere. I just got out of the shower and I'm dressed for the day. I'm wearing a matching set from H&M, like matching, jogger set. I wanted to dress comfy today because A, it's really cold today, and like the next few days are supposed to be a lot cooler than normal. And I also only have one client today. It's a returning client. She gets baby lights to blend her gray. So it's a pretty easy appointment in the sense of like it's not very messy. And then later today I'm getting a facial by one of my clients who is an esthetician in the same building that my suite is in. So she's just down the hall for me, which is so convenient. I love that I've made friends with my suite mates, and it's just fun to be able to like go support each other and go get services that I just, you know, I just have to walk down the hall. It's so convenient. But she is an amazing, like, esthetician doesn't even feel like the proper term for what she does. Like, she really is a goddess. She addresses not just what's happening externally on your skin, but what's happening internally that is causing your skin to be the way that it is on the outside. She's just one of those people that every conversation you have with her, you leave feeling like lighter, and you feel like you've gained like new insights and a new perspective. Like, she's just such a healing person and just has these like magical hands. She does lymphatic drainage and buccal massage. Got a massage with her a few weeks ago, and I posted on my Instagram the before and after pictures. It is so crazy. That was literally just from when I laid down on her table till I was about to leave. So I'm gonna see if she would be comfortable with me setting up my camera and vlogging some of our session today, just so you guys can kind of get a little idea of what I'm talking about. And if you live anywhere near the Wilmington, North Carolina area, I'll have her information in the description. So yeah, I'm doing that later, and then I'm gonna have like a gap between when I finish my client and then my facial. So I'm gonna bring my computer with me, and I'm gonna get some work done because I have a lot of editing I need to do. So yeah, I am really grateful. Originally this was gonna be like a busier day too, but this whole week has just been weird. What started out as a really booked, crazy, busy week with clients has just turned into like a much more chill week, which has worked out great because it's allowing me to get all the other things that I need to do, like the non-hair related work that I have to do. So she told me to smell all of these and pick whichever one I like the best. I'm torn between these two. Okay, gotta get changed.
Alright, so we're gonna start off with some Palo Santos. Sagey. When you said take a nice deep breath in.
I feel incredible. So she did a facial, dermaplaning, microdermabrasion, and some like radio frequency. I told her how I'm on my period this week, so my skin's just a little bit more sensitive, and I have, you know, some of these breakouts that are still healing. And then she did the lymphatic drainage and massaged and stretched out my neck and my shoulders and all the places where I had tension. It was so good. Like, my skin looks so glowy and good, but that's just icing on top of the cake. For me, that's not even why I do it. It's honestly just the experience. It's so calming, and it's just so nice to like get loved up on and just have like a nice gentle touch. I was going and getting massages, like full body, like Swedish, when I worked at my last salon, but the experience itself honestly was more painful for me than anything. It wasn't relaxing really at all. And like, I mean, the massage therapist that I was going to was amazing. She's great at what she does, but I just don't really think that that's like for me, because the whole time I'm like, I feel so tensed up because it's just hurting, and then my body is just like sore the next few days. Whereas like what Penelope does, she just uses like a more gentle touch, and she kind of like loosens and vibrates the muscles out of stiffness. And I just feel like for me, that's just more effective. My body responds better to it, and it also just feels really good in the moment. And I literally come out of there feeling like I can breathe more easily. I really don't want to have to do work. I just want to relax the rest of the night, but I still have to finish editing. I was able to get like a third of the way done with it during that break after my client, but I still need to finish the rest of it tonight. So I'm gonna make myself dinner and then work on finishing that. Hopefully it won't take me too long. It's 6:45 now, so I really would like to go to bed by like 10. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning. I just can't wait to get through this day because there's just so much that I need to do at home and still so much editing that I need to do. But honestly, I am like such a natural procrastinator anyway that I feel like I kind of need the stress of rushing to force me to do the things that I would otherwise put off. So I'm not complaining about it because it's totally on me. Could have spent less time watching Grey's Anatomy in the evenings after work and done my cleaning and laundry and stuff then, but I didn't, so now here we are. And I'm excited to blow out my hair and wear it down because I haven't worn it down in general in a while, but especially since I got my extensions taken out. Yeah, I was up since 7:30 this morning editing. Not only am I posting extra for November and December, but I also am trying to be a little bit ahead so that way I'm gonna have to bring my computer and do work this coming week when I'm home for Thanksgiving, but once I go home for Christmas and New Year's, those 2 weeks that I'm taking off, I just wanna be not working at all. So I wanna have everything like pre-filmed, pre-edited, ready to go. But today I have 4 clients. So it's gonna be all like shorter stuff, so I'm hoping that makes the day go by fast. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair really quick and then run out of here. I will see you at the salon. I just got to the salon. It's so cold today. So I'm wearing my new coat that I just got a couple weeks ago at Target. I'm obsessed. It's like that teddy bear kind of fabric. My first client's appointment is in 20 minutes, so I'm gonna set up for her really quick, but I'm dying because Crime Junkie, my favorite podcast, just released their John Benet Ramsey episode, and it's 3.5 hours long. I want to listen to it so bad, but I'm like, should I leave it? Because it's so long, and it will be perfect to play during my drive on Sunday because I'm gonna have like a 9 to 10 hour drive going to Pennsylvania. So it'll be nice to have something to eat up a lot of that time. I wish I didn't get the notification for it. I hate that it feels like it's 10 p.m. even though it's only 7. So yeah, it's the end of the day. I got like halfway through the day and then realized that I totally forgot to get any clips or pictures of my clients. It's a lot easier to get content throughout the day when I only have like 2 clients and they're bigger appointments and there's just more processing time. But days like today where I'm just back to back and it's a bunch of shorter appointments, I honestly just completely forget because I just need to like hurry up, do what I gotta do to finish and then get ready for the next client. So it was one of those days. Normally I prefer the days when I just have like 2 or 3 clients and they're bigger appointments because it doesn't require as much social energy. But days like today are also good because the day goes by so fast. I just like didn't even have a chance to process or think about what time it is or how long I've been here for because I'm just trying to hurry up and get through. So yeah, I'm happy that it's finally done. I'm gonna end this vlog here though, and I'm gonna start a new one tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to vlog the week that I'm in Pennsylvania as much as I can, and you know, just get a little bit of some family and boyfriend time and stuff. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to check the description for that link and use my code for Magic Mind. Take advantage of that discount while you can. And I'll see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.